What is up, everybody? Thanks for joining. This is a really, really exciting call we have today. Everything about the Incentivized Mainnet program. My colleague Ariel will be discussing, the ins and outs and giving the details. If you haven't seen it already, there is a blog post available on the website, and it's kind of gives you a better understanding of why we're doing the incentivized mainnet, why it's important. We're pushing decentralization, us and our entire ecosystem, which is really, really a good initiative. And we're going to make it nice and easy for everyone to understand. But again, there's a blog post for afterwards. For anyone that has questions, please drop them in the chat, and we'll get to them as soon as we can. And then towards the end of the session, we'll have a Q&A. So if you'd like to speak or say something, we'll bring you on stage, and we can have a good chat. Without further ado, I'm gonna give it over to Ariel, and we'll explain everything. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Robert, and hi, everyone. Let's get to it. So, with the goal of adding economical incentives of running the distributed validators on our network, this program pretty much is a huge catalyst for DVT adoption and the ssv network growth over the upcoming year. Now, this is pretty much like a dual incentive. Not only will the stakers get a more resilient and secure infrastructure for staking, but they will also get an APR boost, which we really believe will create a paradigm shift in the staking ecosystem itself. For the ssv ecosystem, the existing staking partners and all the different staking applications that are still yet to come, they will have a major competitive advantage. They can use these incentives to offer greater APR for their users. They can use it to further their development, marketing, partnership, and anything you can think of to help them give more value and eventually gain traction. And this is huge on itself, as it will really help usher a new wave of many solutions that will have a fighting chance to be competitive. Now, we usually tend to look at it only from our own ecosystem perspective, but this, I think, has huge implications outside of the ssv battle as well. Think of the different use cases that can benefit from it. Solo stakers can keep their custody but get additional rewards. Any operator of other staking applications like Rocket Pool, like Stakewise, they can use this to multiply their earnings, right? Imagine getting ETH rewards from validations, getting additional RPL from Rocket Pool, and also SSV from our networks, all for the same validator. And I think any team that will think right now and throughout the upcoming years to develop a staking application will really consider running them on our network as well. And this is a very strong proposal. We've been working very hard on it, and we believe it will not only be a driving force for our protocol, but help to further decentralize Ethereum and bring eventually more value and more incentives to all the stakers that take part. So with that being said, as Robert said, the proposal has been live on our forum for more than a week. So the point of this AMA is kind of to go through in a high level over the mechanics of the proposals, all the fine tuning, but the majority will leave part to get feedback and to answer questions from you guys, because eventually it's for you. So the agenda for today is to go through the program overview, the mechanics, how the rewards, how you are eligible, how the rewards are being distributed, and we'll touch also on the program continuous administration and operation, and we'll continue to how you participate, some feedback and timelines, and we'll leave time for Q&A. So how will the program work? So basically, all the validators will be rewarded with SSV tokens, according to a tiered reward system. We have 5 different tiers. Each one has a different APR boost, and we gonna we will ensure that this APR boost is met continuously by every round, tracking the SSV, the Ethereum price, the Ethereum APR, to make sure that the rewards are giving really reflect that APR boost. Now, it's important to stress out that this is not a first come, first served program. it means that the tiers is relevant for the entire network. It means once the network, for example, we have 2,500 validators, everyone earn the same API boost. Everyone falls under the same tier. It's the tier for the network. So people who come in early will not continue to get that 50% all for themselves throughout the entire program. In order to participate, basically it's going to last for a year until the 1st of October 2024. So any validator that registers and part of our network until then can participate unless the caps are met, which is either 30,000 validators in the network or 1 million SSV. I'm talking about 1 million SSV, not $1 million in SSV, is being rewarded. Now, the rewards that will be given out are tied to validator performance. Right, obviously this is mainnet and you want to have high performance, but to make sure we've set a threshold of 90% performance on the Beacon chain, and this thing is calculated daily, meaning that every day that you you perform above this threshold, you get reward for that. And at the end of the round, we will calculate all of the active days which you perform and give your rewards according to this. Now, kind of self-explanatory, but obviously you have to be registered to the network. If you try to register and then remove, we'll catch upon that, and you will not get rewarded for the time that you've been out of the network. Also, please note and take performance and DVT very seriously. Don't get slashed. Pay attention to your setups, to your performance. Anyone who gets slashed will be excluded from this program. So how will the rewards be distributed? As I said, this is a year-long program, and we are distributing the rewards throughout 12 rounds, each round around a month duration. Now, we did this out of the notion that unlike the incentivized testnet, for example, where the program ran for 2.5 months and then everything was distributed in one go, this is continuous distribution. It's out of the notion that you guys will be able to claim throughout the program, don't want to tie anyone, and that the staking applications or builders that use our network will be able to more frequently pass those rewards back to their users, to the stakers, and make them more competitive. Now, the rewards will be claimable to the address that registers the validator to our network, what we call as the owner address. So if you used our web app, for example, the address is used to connect to register that validator, the rewards will be attributed to that address. And very similarly to the incentivized testnet, this is not an airdrop. These, you have to claim those rewards. So you're eligible for rewards, and you'll be able to claim them back by making a transaction, and then they will be sent to you. Now, we're going to use a Merkle distributor contract to do that. So very similar to last time, we're going to have an interface to support that. We're working to have multiple interfaces for that. So you'll have a very easy way and friendly way to do it manually, each one on his own. But it's blockchain, right? It's a contract on the Ethereum blockchain, on Ethereum mainnet. Anyone can interact with that blockchain, surpass the interface, and claim it for itself. And one of the big plus of this program is that the rewards are cumulative, meaning that you can choose whether each round to claim or not, right? Anything that you don't claim will just be aggregated to the next round. Okay, this is what's out of the notion that in case, I don't know, someone has a single validator and the rewards are not high enough for the gas fees to collect them, you can wait until you aggregate some more and then take them all in a single batch. So this proposal also proposed to have a delegate from our community. And this delegate, we are proposing Iridian, part of our DAO, part of our grants committee, to basically help with the ongoing operation and maintenance of this program. And his responsibilities to basically every round to make sure that the rewards are calculated and verified, and to do the coordination between the multi-sig and the community of the rewards distribution. right? Every month we'll have to do a new Merkle proof for the distributor contract. It has a lot of moving parts and operation that requires, and he will help facilitate that and obviously be the focal point for all the community communications. And I think it's very important to have someone from our DAO and someone external from the core team to oversee it. Really helps with the whole decentralizing this program efforts. So how do you participate? Well, obviously right now we are in our launch phase. So the only way to participate is basically through the launch partners, which you already know, and we talked a lot about them. Our marketing is also continuously letting you know and aware of the new partners which are onboarding. I would keep a very close look and touch and start a discussion with them about how do they plan, what are their plans to give those rewards back to their users, and see how you can participate through them. In about a month, where the network is going to finally transition to the permissionless stage, well, anyone can join, right? So any solo staker, whether coming from our web app or even wants to migrate, can use it, right? Builders, developers of different staking applications, staking services will be able to onboard, right? No longer permission. And as I said in the beginning, even staking operators of different protocols can choose to shift their infra and run those validators, whether it's Rocket Pool, Stakewise. If you're running your mini pool or vault, you can just change your uh, infra to run on DBT on SSV and get those additional rewards, which are rewards that you don't have to share with that protocol. It all goes to you. So, um, as I said, the goal of this AMA is pretty much to get feedback. Now, this is still live on our forum, so if you want to get all the details, go there, leave us a feedback. We are looking at it, and it's very important because we plan to push this within a week finally to snapshot. So this is the time to make feedback to see if there are any changes that need to be made, because eventually we are making it for you guys. So it's important that everything is aligned. And we also, these programs starts are backdated to October. So we are planning to have the first distribution around mid-November that will include for the month of October. And then we can expect every month, probably around 2 weeks after the round finishes, to have continuous distributions of that reward. Now, that's pretty much it, and I'll pass now the stage to Robert that will bring up questions from you guys.
Yeah.
So thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thank you very much, Ariel. That was a very good explanation. I think those it's really important for everyone to know how they can participate. So I see we have one question here from uh, Deanscape, I guess. And he's asking, why does the incentive program mint new tokens when there are already tokens in the treasury?
So the short answer that this is a big program, right? And we wanna have something big that will really bring traction and adoption to DBT. The long answer is that the DAO treasury has funds in it, but they don't have enough funds to cover the extent of this program, right? Also, we need to remember that those funds are being used for the ongoing operations of the DAO, right? We have some of that is allocated to committees. Some of them is for future requirements, and we don't want to leave ourselves with a negative or near zero balance. So it requires additional minting, and also by judging from other inflation rates of other project and project, this still falls within that same amount of benchmark of inflation. And I think the advantage is overweight the required to mint new tokens.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, we do have a really busy grants program, and it's even still running. I think I saw in the last few weeks or something, actually, another grant accepted. So, yeah, that definitely makes sense. For all of the viewers, if you have any questions, just remember you can speak. You can request to speak, or you can send a message. Otherwise, if you can't think of any questions now, but you want to ask something later, you can go to the question and answer section in the Discord channel. The team will be available to answer any of your questions. So I don't know, let's maybe give it like another minute or so, and then I think we can conclude. So yeah, I mean, in the interim, thank you everyone for joining. This has been a good important chat. This video will also go up on YouTube later. I'm busy making a recording, so if you want to refer anyone to kind of get a better understanding of the incentivization program, or you know, if you want to just double check everything, it's going to be live. We also have, like I said, we have the blog post, and then we also have the channel for people that want to ask questions later on. Cool. So I mean, it seems like everyone actually knows what's going on, or everyone's quite happy with the state of the situation. So yeah, thank you everyone for joining. Ariel, thank you once again for your, how should I say, your boundless knowledge. And yeah, thanks everyone for joining. We'll check you later.
Thank you, everyone. Take care.
Okay. Bye bye.